Welcome back, Toxic Sports, episode 118. No Isaac today, and Leo should be back next week.
Next week.
We believe so. And Clayton's in person. Hi, Clayton.
Hello.
How are you?
How are you?
That was a quick turn. I'm good. I just ate a nice quesadilla. Had a good basketball practice today. And I'm not in school right now. And I got to email with my boss man about working in the spring. So
Nice.
getting that rolling. Brady, how are you?
Last exams tomorrow. The finish line is near, but not close enough.
You're almost
He
done.
gets to take a 12th grade level exam again.
Yeah.
No, it's physics tomorrow.
Oh.
Well,
yeah.
All right. Well, I retract that. Good luck, buddy.
What's your grade?
We are crawling official. I have a B+ right now. So
you're
so
good,
like
then.
I should be good. But the idea is to still finish with nothing below a B in college. So
Good for you.
that's the
I'm
idea.
surprised your standards are that high.
My standard, I've had that high a standard because they were drilled into my skull as a high school freshman.
Yeah, that's fair. Be like that.
Sports
Worst
Center, you got to
markets.
catch the reruns sometimes, you know.
It's true. Sometimes you got to catch up.
The amount of times I've said, man, I wish I could just watch Sports Center. Ridiculous.
I just think it's wild that you waited to take physics till your last semester.
Yeah.
Well,
You also split up accounting, which is not what I would have done.
it worked out just fine.
I guess so.
But I also waited and took my second accounting in the summer. Would it be easier for me?
Why would it be easier, Brady?
Self-learning.
Self-learning.
Yeah, well, we've all taken online classes, so we know what he really means. Anyway,
Doing nothing.
we are the champs.
We
Yeah.
are the champs.
We are,
Columbus
in fact,
Crew
the champs.
dominated LAFC. Score was only 2-1, but I mean, it was a really one-sided game.
They controlled the
entire
entire
time.
time. There was never during that game was there a point where I was like, man, LAFC, they could break it.
Yeah, this might be it, but no.
Like, no, Matt and I watched the game together and we just talked about the whole time. Like, all they do is pack the box and then get out and counter. It's a very, if that's the way you're winning games, they have the talent to do it. Like, Gareth Bale's there now, right? They have Carlos Vela.
He left after last year.
Oh, well.
He won the trophy and got out.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. They have Carlos Vela, though. They have a bunch of good guys, and they could get away with that. but
Jorginho, Chiellini.
You're
Shout
not
out to him,
gonna
though. He retired.
you're not gonna win championships that way.
Yeah.
You gotta play soccer. That sounds like very straightforward, but you gotta play soccer.
Yep. That Nazi ball is just gorgeous.
It's good.
It's fun to watch.
It's very similar to the system we ran in high school. I feel like it's a lot of possession.
Well, the idea of the system
Idea
that
of
wanted
the-
to
yeah,
run,
okay,
they do
yeah.
they do it at a
when we
significantly
played
higher
well, that's
level.
what we would do.
And they, the crew actually has a forward.
Yeah.
We didn't have one of those.
No, never did.
I guess Leo played some forwards.
Yeah, I take
but
that
he
back.
still wasn't our forward for most of the season.
Right.
You guys know what we mean.
He only got moved up
Freshman.
there halfway through the year after our forwards weren't scoring. So
Forwards weren't forwarding. Did you guys watch the game?
Yeah, a little bit.
Did you see Yaya Boa score?
Of course you did. All of my hate has to be retracted from Yayaboa because he won us a championship.
He did, man.
MLS Cup MVP. Yeah,
He's still not MLS Cup MVP. It was still Cucho.
But he should have.
He shouldn't have been.
But he should have.
It was Cucho.
The only thing
It's
that
always going to be Cucho.
That was
Should have
kind
been,
of-
honestly, it should have been Darlington Nagby, but that's
the only thing that kind of confused me about that game was all the substitutions at the end.
there were some interesting calls. I
Like-
was surprised by a lot of them for
Like,
sure.
We took off Nagby, we took off Aiden Morris, we took off Cucho, we took off Yaw. Like, that's four players that really heavily impacted that game.
Yeah.
Aiden Morris played a good game. Nagby drew a bunch of fouls. He played a good game. Cucho scored a PK. He had a good game. Like, nobody really played bad.
Y'all scored the pass of the century from Malte.
Yeah, Small
Yeah,
Jameson's
yeah.
pass was insane.
I guess Alex Matan didn't really stand out, but like
He
didn't play bad. By
the
any
playoffs lights looked a little bright for him, but yeah, he didn't play bad in that game. He just wasn't a huge factor. Actually, the Yayaboa goal, we held Aiden Morris won a turnover, one possession for us, and every single person but Patrick Schulte and Alex Matan touched the ball before we scored. I thought that was kind of funny, but it was like 13 passes, I think, around the field that led to the goal. and 9 of the 11 guys touched it. It was beautiful. Look that up if you haven't seen it.
A glorious score.
It's going to be interesting to see what they do next year. Because, like, who's...
Oh.
Yeah.
No, you don't have to watch the goal. It was a mid-finish. He did some weird outside of the foot with his
outside of the left foot.
It was dumb. Just watch the build up to it. Don't turn it off once you get to the finish.
No, watch Yayaboa score. That was like second or third goal of the year.
Probably, yeah.
I can only name one other time where he scored.
Well, wasn't that also a game winner?
I think
like
it was. Yeah.
Was that like a 1-0 game winner? Yeah.
Didn't he have one that was like 2 minutes into the game?
I think it was like stupid early, and that ended up being like the only goal.
Yeah, because I do remember that. It was right off the rip because I didn't even get to see it. I hadn't got the game on yet.
He said, man. And he's under contract.
It sounds like just about everybody's coming back. Some of the younger guys that didn't play aren't coming back, and then Julian's not coming back.
Julian who?
Gressel.
Oh, I don't even know who that is. We're good.
He was the guy who put in the crosses off the bench, and he's the reason we won against Cincinnati.
Oh, well.
Well, him and Christian Ramirez. But we brought him in about halfway through the season.
I got you.
He's one of those guys.
Has Cucho come back yet?
It sounds like he's coming back based on his Twitter posts.
Cool. Yeah.
The one he ended with, "This is just the beginning," so I hope that means he's coming back.
I'm interested to see what they'll do next year, man. Like you said, a lot of the starters sound like they're coming back. A lot of them are young, too. We had a very young team coming into the year.
Yeah. I mean, Patrick Schulte won the MLS Next Cup last year. Mo Farsi was on that team.
Who also played a good game.
Yeah, Farsi, his engine's just... That's something you can't teach.
No.
He's just got that. And that'll be sought after. Maybe he'll make a French national team appearance.
No.
Not likely.
I was going to say, don't kid yourself.
He could try, but not likely.
Well, I could try and make the U.S. national team, too.
You could try. Most of them are our age, though.
Yeah.
Might be a bit late. But yeah, we did retire Jorginho Chiellini, one of the best Italian defenders that I ever knew. But good for him. Go out on top and then first loser.
Yeah.
And the parade was yesterday. None of us got to go. I was kind of sad.
Sadly.
But it looked fun.
I would have loved to have blown off work to go, but
yeah.
Money.
Because it was at like noon. I don't think Coach would have appreciated if I skipped practice to go to a parade.
Brady, you should have blown off all your exams to go.
I couldn't have any exams yesterday.
So what was your excuse?
I didn't want to go by myself.
Okay, I'll buy that. Okay.
Yeah, fine. You win. You could have taken your sisters.
You could have kidnapped
Oh,
Tony.
they had practice. Dang it.
That's not school.
That's what I meant. Not school.
Oh, that's
practice,
dumb.
School. No, you saw the doctor's note they put out. They could have used that.
Yeah, okay.
It was funny, though.
What?
Oh, the crew tweeted a picture of an official doctor's note.
Oh, yeah, I did see that. Yep. That was on LinkedIn is where I first saw that. Yeah.
Perfect.
And I was like,
Well,
well,
you scroll through Twitter. You scroll through LinkedIn.
Hey,
what do you think I'm doing at the end of my shift when there's nothing else to do?
He's a thriving businessman. Yeah,
if he's out on
I'm
LinkedIn,
I'm
scrolling
something.
through jobs, I don't think he's thriving.
I wasn't even scrolling through jobs. That was just a post. That was just like one of the top things.
That's brutal.
Yeah. Well, life goes on, I suppose.
So is the Ohtani contract new news? I don't remember.
I was going to cover next, but we're going to get to the more groundbreaking contract first. Austin Hedges is back with the Guardians.
Thanks, James Dolan. Sell the goddamn team. I hate you. Die.
Austin Hedges is back for 1 year, making $4 million.
We won't sign anybody, and we sign a catcher with like a 171 career batting average. Good job, James Dolan. We're proud of you, man.
And he's going to be making more money than Ohtani this year.
Yeah, I know.
We also signed former Red Ben Lively, who his most notable accomplishment last year was giving up 13 runs in 4 innings with the Cubs at Wrigley Field.
Wow. Good one, James. We're proud of you.
Front office is thriving in full effect.
What I hate being a Guardians fan sometimes. However, I will never stop supporting that team. Do I think that they should sell it? Yeah, because I hate having I saw that our payroll is 68 million next year or something like that. And that's unacceptable.
You could sell it to the Haslams. I heard they win rings.
They do win rings. They turned around the Browns. They actually had a winning season under them. First time in my life I saw that.
They got two championships with the Crew.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
Like-
our minority owner is also a minority owner in the 76ers. So like he's eventually supposed to take over ownership. It's like a 2% stake increase every year. But it's not happening
I
fast
can't
enough.
wait that long. Oh my gosh.
It's not happening fast enough.
We're so lucky that our farm system is like the second best in the league. Because we keep churning out prospects. We just lose them whenever they want money.
Yeah. But to answer your initial question, yes, technically the Ohtani contract is new news because it was signed Saturday and today's Wednesday.
Yep. $700 million, 10 years with $2 million paid out per year. Is that it?
Yeah, there's all sorts of fun clauses. So his contract is deferred, so he'll make $2 million per year during the actual span of his contract. And then after that, he'll get $68 million for the next 10 years. But the present value or whatever is like 440, according to like the CBA with like interest and stuff or whatever. It's all really confusing.
What does that even mean?
I have no idea. But he also screwed up for signing with a team in California. Their taxes are going to kill anything he makes.
I don't think they will. I think he'll be fine.
Yeah.
He made $30 million last year on a poverty franchise. I think he'll be fine.
Yeah.
That's still the same state.
I know. It's almost the same city.
Yeah.
It is technically the same city.
But yeah, full no trade. There's a clause in his contract, I guess, or if certain employees get fired, he can opt out, aka his translator.
Yeah. If you fire Shohei Ohtani's translator, like somebody's gonna send like the mob after you after that. Like that.
Not for real.
And they won't even have anything to do with Ohtani. They'll still just send him after you.
Yeah. Like that's like yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, but it's a really interesting contract. I guess he offered the deferral thing to every team. I think it wasn't just the Dodgers.
I saw that the Giants offered him like basically the same contract.
Yeah, that's what I've been seeing too.
And he just picked the Dodgers.
Do you imagine Shohei with McCovey Cove?
Tanks.
Bro,
I'm driving out there and bringing a kayak and I'm sitting there.
Bro would break the single season homer record because he would just hit a pop up and it would just blow out.
Yeah, basically.
That's one of the, I guess you could call it benefits, especially with kind of the way their outfield, like balls blow out towards the outfield. Like that's a benefit of playing on the water, right? Like it might get cold, but like
as long as your field faces the right way. They're in California, it ain't getting too cold over there.
Yeah, NorCal gets cold, I think. Maybe. I don't know.
I'm sure it does.
It's the Bay. Anything's possible. I mean, the fence is 302 feet despite the height.
Oh, I could pee over that.
Yeah.
Might be able to get a golf ball over that. No, I'm just kidding.
You could get a golf ball over that.
Oh yeah, I can hit a pitching wedge 100 yards. Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Isaac would send a pitching wedge so far it goes into Oakland, but
yeah, Isaac could hit a freaking 60-degree over.
Isaac could hit his.
He'll still 9-putt. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm not with that. His putting was actually pretty good at the end of last season. It was kind of scary.
He's still not buying the 90. Speaking of golf,
I broke 100 on the same course, so it's I buy his 90.
Course?
It's an easy course. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah, I was surprised. I was also putting really well that day. Both the par threes are less than 120 yards.
Oh, that's easy money.
And I stuck them both to less than 6 feet. So that was a good day.
Yeah.
On one of those par threes, he put it in the water twice.
Of course.
He did not have a great day that day. We both went out.
Where was that at?
Ottawa, isn't it?
Yeah. I think so.
Speaking of golf, though, Liv signed John Rahm this week.
Oh yeah, that's new news too.
Another PGA star to defer. Like, how's the PGA supposed to compete with that? Like, you know what I mean? They're paying you way more money to play less.
And they're not playing for prize purses. They get contracts.
Right. So the Saudis are making moves, man.
Yeah, but aren't they like combining the leagues anyways?
Yeah,
I've seen that
agreement that they made. I don't remember exactly what it was.
Yeah,
I don't remember either.
We talked about it once upon a time. I haven't heard anything since.
Figure it out, PGA. They're taking your guys and they're running. Before we know it, the Shanghai Sharks are going to get bought out by the Saudis and they're going to sign LeBron.
They might.
Yeah.
And he'll be the best player in the league at the age of 56.
Yeah.
Is that going to be like Bartolo Colon getting drafted by the Dubai League?
Yeah.
Basically.
I still can't believe that
50 years old.
That Mbappe turned down $1 billion to play for that one club. That's wild. Maybe that's because we grew up like middle class Northwestern Ohio, but like $1 billion, dude, for 1 year.
What are you gonna do with $1 billion? He already makes so much money. He doesn't see most of it anyways. What are you gonna do with $1 billion?
Dude, I'm buying like Mike Tyson stuff. I'm buying a white tiger.
Yeah, but he already has all that.
I don't think he has a white tiger yet.
He could if he wanted to.
Yeah, but he doesn't. He needs $1
Probably
billion
doesn't
for
want
that.
it.
Plus, that's not taxed. The Saudis won't tax that as much, I doubt, because they'll be just happy that he came to the league.
Have to.
Yeah, so
I'll bring it to you in the Bugatti.
they're already bringing prize fighting over there. They've hosted a handful of big boxing events in the last couple years. Like, that's what happens when you have money, man.
Oil reigns supreme.
It does. It's a great business to get into.
Speaking of boxing, I saw that we're up to UFC 300, and I just kind of looked at it. I go, 300. Where did all the twos at? What happened? How did we get this far?
Well, UFC 295 was last month. UFC 296 is on Saturday.
I know, but
UFC 297 is on January 20th or 21st.
But it feels
UFC
like,
298 is in
it
February.
feels like just
And I'm not done. I'm not
talking
done.
about
UFC 299 is in March, and then UFC 300 will probably be in April, if I had to guess.
It just feels like we
Wow.
were talking about UFC 280 like literally the other day.
Yeah. Well, 281 was Adesanya versus Pereira when Pereira knocked him out for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
That was about a year, 2 years ago now, I guess. About a year and a half, I think, maybe. I don't really know. My
I'm gonna have to
concept of
check out.
time is so screwed with college. So,
Agreed.
regardless, they do about a pay-per-view a month. Sometimes they'll do 2. I think they did 13 pay-per-views this year, maybe.
Time is an enigma. It
That's
doesn't
true.
actually
Life is
exist.
simulation. Anyway.
And impossible is an opinion.
And Sean Strickland
Right.
reigns supreme over the middleweight division.
I was thinking that.
I'm
too.
just here thinking about the entire time.
All right, cool.
Well, at least we're on the same page.
He doesn't even know the quote.
No, I wasn't paying attention to anything you guys were
I
saying.
said,
That's probably-
I said time is an enigma and impossible is an opinion.
No, I don't know what that is.
That's what Wolford Nazi said after we won the title.
Oh, well.
Because we didn't have a team 2 weeks before training camp started.
Well, we had like,
Basically.
what, 5 players under contract or something like
Yeah,
that?
something like that. And one of them was Lucas, and one of them was Josh Williams.
Well,
Lucas was gone halfway through the year, and Josh Williams never played a single minute.
yep.
Player coach Josh Williams. Shout out to him.
The inner machinations
The
of
goat.
his mind
The
are an
Udonis
enigma.
Haslam of the Columbus Crew.
Basically, yeah.
Like, they
Except that
did.
Josh just isn't that old. He's just
Well, he's older than everybody else we have out there.
yeah.
Is he the oldest player on the team?
He
might-
I
he
don't
could
know.
be.
Him and Nagby are probably
Nagby and Christian Ramirez is older.
Ramirez
right?
on the older
31,
side. I was thinking 33.
34 popped into my head too, Brady. I don't know why.
I'm a casual, so I don't know this.
Well, you're talking to a fellow casual here, so
I was more.
Yeah, I
aiming
just
that ahead.
don't pay attention to the
I knew you were
ages of the
casual.
players, so I don't know.
all right. It's way more fun to speculate than look it up. So
That's true. Because if we just say stuff confidently, then people can get mad at us.
yeah. And then I'll fight you on Twitter. C Scalina 12 at me. Anyway,
Hey, you and I had a good Twitter dialogue.
we did have a good
plug.
Twitter dialogue. And to start it off, I was at the Browns game last weekend.
He was.
Saw another Browns game. Saw another W. I'm 4-0 when I'm in person watching the
You're
Browns.
the good luck charm, man.
And guess what? I saw my 4th starting quarterback.
I was just about to ask
Hey.
if you've actually seen the starting quarterback.
No, I haven't. The guy
Dub's
that
a dub.
was guaranteed $230 million. No.
All right. So real talk. Who do you think you will see first? Deshaun Watson or Donovan Mitchell? I don't think you've ever seen either.
I haven't seen either of them. Yeah, you're right.
I was thinking about
Wait,
that.
no, I've seen Donovan Mitchell. I saw him in
Oh,
Indiana.
did you? Oh, okay.
I haven't seen him at home yet.
I was thinking
I
about
think we're
that.
planning on going in March. So
Yeah, I know, and that lines up perfectly with my spring break too.
Does it really?
Yeah, I'll go.
nice.
Brady's not going to go though because he always finds a reason to skip.
Talk to me closer in time, man.
Brady won't be there.
Brady won't be there.
There's no way.
Anyway,
I'm pretty sure we already discussed. this
I'm
last
talking
game, so-
Brady. The Cleveland Browns.
Speak with spoken to.
I was smoking.
Was
dude.
literally spoken to. One of you go.
We're already talking about the Browns. Might as well go.
Okay. Well, the Browns won
He doesn't
31
want to talk about his team.
Yeah.
I do want to
Oh,
talk about
I do
my
want to
team.
talk about his team.
I'm gonna talk about
The
my
Browns
team.
won.
For once. I
Speak with folks.
Oh, I didn't mean actually.
My knee?
I thought I heard your knee. Did I
You
not?
could be right there.
Oh well, I feel less bad.
The Browns
I
won.
couldn't see. All right.
I think you should fight him after we're done.
I might.
The Browns won 31-28.
His grandma brought me cookies though.
What?
His grandma brought me cookies though.
You could still fight him.
I need to go home and get some cookies. Mom sent me a picture of Christmas crack, and I was like, I need it. It's legal, I promise.
That's not actual crack.
It's not that kind of crack. Different crack. Anyways, sorry. You can finally try now.
Well,
Anyway,
the
I'll
Browns.
try
All right. The Browns won 31-28. But at what cost? We have almost a quarter of our roster on IR out for the rest of the year. I said in the group chat today, the duct tape is worn off. We're just held together by gum now.
gum and hair.
The zip ties are all breaking.
Yeah, 3 out of our 5 starting offensive linemen from the start of the year are out. The only 2 are the ones that we paid, which that's kind of good, I guess. We chose to pay the guards. We paid Batonio and Teller, and they're both healthy. So we'll figure that out, I guess.
Small victories.
We lost our center. Ethan Posick went down. Nick Harris isn't bad, so that's not the worst loss in the world. But not having either tackle or our backup tackle now, like, the team's just falling apart. And losing Grant Delpit, a safety that we just paid a bunch of money.
Literally hours before.
Yeah, literally on Sunday was when that was announced. I heard that when I was driving to Cleveland for the game. But they won. Joe Flacco looked good, man. This was the first game in probably 5 years where I've said the Browns need to start throwing the ball because the run's not working because we didn't have anybody to block.
Yeah, basically.
Like, what are we going to do? Have James Hudson out there?
Yeah, Jerome Ford's decent, but not that decent.
Not that decent. And the Jaguars front isn't bad either. But
Joe Flacco's been taking Tom Brady's secret juice. So.
man,
sure.
he looked great. I have David Njoku on my fantasy team, so watching him score 2 touchdowns in the first half was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It hurt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, no, wait. That was 2 weeks
I was going to say, that was 2 weeks ago.
That was DK Metcalf that hurt me.
Yeah. But, and watching the defense get 4 turnovers in person, too, which I also have, was awesome.
Yeah.
MJ Emerson is Trevor Lawrence's father, by the way. Just so we're all on the same page.
That was the pick where it literally just looked like he was throwing it to the Browns.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
That's what I thought.
That was the second one. The first one was kind of understandable, but the second one, like, that was...
MJ had 2?
He had 2.
I didn't realize MJ had 2. I thought he had 1.
No, he had 2. The first one was,
MJ
like...
Emerson.
He caught it,
and
he, like, fell over, got up, and then slipped again, and then got up and started returning it. And I was like, what are you doing? That was in the opposite corner of the field for me. But, yeah, it was a good win. I'm happy we won, but, like, it's getting rough. It's getting rough in Cleveland, that's for sure.
So the bad news is,
all right,
I lied. You guys are only 8-5, so you haven't guaranteed an above 5.
Yeah, we're 8-5
because you still could lose out. But the good news is, you guys have the Bears this week, then Texans, Jets, and Bengals.
And the Texans are down.
The Texans don't have a wide receiver, basically.
Yeah, they
have Noah Brown. That's what they got.
You get to play against Zach
Denzel
Wilson.
Ward will be back by then,
and
too.
Kid custody just Stroud. Yeah,
that's true. I forgot he was.
Yeah, that's true. And Davis Mills is blind, so we're good there.
Hopefully, your defense will be healthy enough to chalk yourself up a win this week. But then Bears did just beat the Lions, so that didn't
yeah.
You know what? Maybe that's
what have not looked good since Thanksgiving.
They've struggled a little bit, man. Like you said, they didn't look good on Thanksgiving. They played a game.
No, they bounced back the week after Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
Gibson Montgomery had like 3 touchdowns combined or something.
Right. And then they lost to the Bears. So, like,
well, they almost lost to the Saints because Jameis Winston almost brought the Saints all the way back.
Yeah, you're right. Because they were down. I think they jumped out to like a 21. I watched that game because the Browns played at 4.
Yeah.
They were down like 21-0, and then they came back. I don't think they ever tied it, but they were always within a touchdown.
Yeah.
After that.
Yeah, I watched that game at work. That was a fun time.
Yeah, but overall, I'm happy that the Browns keep winning. We now hold a game above everybody in the playoff race because everybody that was 7-6 or 7-5 except for us lost.
Yeah,
you're welcome.
Everybody's 7 and
I
6.
cheered for your team harder than you did last Thursday. Don't even.
You are correct. Yes.
Yeah, he wanted to lose.
Yeah, I know. Fake fan.
Not a fake fan. He wants to tank.
What? Nah.
I
played the game to
want
win.
a better quarterback for my roster. However,
If it makes you feel better, they did. They
Yeah.
just suck.
Yeah.
yeah, Bailey Zappi threw 3 touchdowns in the first half.
Yeah, I know.
By the grace of God, and then coasted through the entire second half.
He actually balled. He looked good in the first half.
Yeah, I'm really concerned though, because like he landed on his elbow like right at the end of the first half, and then he played like he didn't play like garbage, but he didn't play well the entire second half.
Don't worry, Cleveland Browns legend PJ Walker is available if you guys are looking for a veteran option.
No, I think if something happens to Zappi, I think they're just gonna throw Mac in there to finish the tank.
Well, yeah, because you guys don't have Cunningham anymore. He got signed by the Ravens.
Yep, Walmart Lamar joins real Lamar. So
Say he's got to learn somewhere.
Well, Brady, you've been talking a lot in the group chat this week. Do you actually think they're going to move on from Bill Belichick?
I hope so. I think it's time for
no.
It's time for a complete reset. Complete reset.
You think?
I do.
That guy, this guy's second 10-loss season in like 25 years, and it's time to just boot him out after one bad season with a crap roster.
Well, this may be true. He's also had losing records in 3 of the last 4 seasons, all of which were without Tom Brady. And we're going to have over $100 million in cap space this offseason because they're opening up the salary cap to $250 million. So we will have lots of money to play with. That'll be attractive to lots of people. So somebody new could come in and actually build a new team.
You don't think Bill can build a new team with his $250 million?
I watched Bill Belichick spend the same amount of money on Juju Smith-Schuster that he could have spent on Jacoby Myers.
And they're both trash, so it doesn't matter.
No, Myers is definitely better.
No, they're both trash.
No, he's definitely better.
They're still trash.
I didn't say he was great. I said
Well, Jacoby Myers did go to the Raiders. That was his own stupidity.
Yeah.
But I swear,
that's going to be a game this week. Chargers, Raiders.
if Josh McDaniels
back, who is the Chargers backup now?
Easton Stick.
Why don't teams spend money on backup quarterbacks? That makes no sense to me.
Do you want to know what Easton Stick's most notable thing is?
Mm.
He connected the bridge between Carson Wentz and Trey Lance at North Dakota State.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Wow. That's one thing that's always kind of surprised me about NFL teams is they're more willing to like give an undrafted rookie a chance at a backup job versus like a relatively proven vet for like $4 million more. Which sounds like a lot of money, but in NFL money, that's nothing.
August games would be preseason games, right?
For football. Yes.
He played against New Orleans in preseason, went 21 for 41 for 233 yards, 2 interceptions, and ran the ball 7 times for 63 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, and had 1 fumble.
Who is this?
Stick.
What a joke.
He only turned the ball over 3 times, but it's okay because he rushed for 2 touchdowns.
It also sounds like
Justin Fields.
It also sounds like Aiden O'Connell might be getting benched. So
no, that's
exactly.
the Raiders quarterback.
So we could see the return of Brian Hoyer or Jimmy G, one of the two.
Well, 41 minutes ago, this says Raiders Aiden O'Connell expected to remain starter Thursday.
Oh, well then they've put out a new report since then. All right, well,
NFL teams.
It was 41 minutes ago.
Yeah, we were here.
NFL teams do better. There's no reason that this Easton moron should have a job when Joe Flacco was out there before the Browns signed him, when Carson Wentz was out there before the season, and I think Colt McCoy is still out there too.
Yeah.
You're telling me that Colt McCoy doesn't have a job and this dummy from North Dakota
State
trash can? I don't know.
He's 6th on their roster though for like the last 3 or 4 seasons. That's the only reason he's still there. It's because he already knows the system.
Put the man loose. Sometimes in life you gotta move on.
Bro should just become a hockey player. He's perfect for
I
it.
don't think he cares.
He doesn't care. The org should care.
It's the Chargers.
Chargers general manager, you are failing your team.
Chargers aren't making the playoffs anyways. Who
Doesn't matter. He's still failing their team.
Chargers are just perennially mid.
That's a fact.
Yeah. They're never going to get over that hump. Justin Herbert isn't him.
Their
coach is an idiot.
He was the biggest Justin Herbert fan for
I
the
know.
first year and a half his career. And then he went, nope, too many people have hopped on the bandwagon with me, so I'm going to flip to the opposite side. Just the biggest hater. You are the biggest loser in sports I've ever met.
You've heard of Skip Bayless, right?
Well, you're also a Browns fan, so that.
Well, I wonder if the Browns, after they've came back, have a better winning percentage than the Timberwolves. Look that up. It's got to be close.
What do you mean?
Like win percentage wise. What are their 2 win percentages?
Oh.
It's got to be close, right? Because the Browns have been terrible for most of my life, but the Wolves have also been bad for a majority of our lives.
All right, we'll go since 1999.
Yeah.
The Cleveland Browns winning percentage is 33.8.
Yep, that sounds about right.
I can do this. I can spell. Our all-time winning percentage is 40.5.
Dang it. Well, you guys haven't been around that long. It was like the mid-90s, right?
That was 1989. Was our first year.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't think they were that old.
Yep.
So, man, they got the floor mopped with them by Jordan for like the first 10 years of their existence.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, we were bad.
Them and the lovely duo of Stockton and Malone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they were supposed to be good. We weren't.
Carson and I were talking about the Jazz in night class the other night, and then we were talking about the Thunder because they were playing each other. And he goes, "Man, I wish we would just trade Josh Giddey." I go, "Well, as much as I don't want him, I'm sure the Jazz would probably debate it. They're already used to Karl Malone. It's basically the same thing."
Yeah.
Dang. Yeah, we were a whopping 15-67 in 1991.
That is.
Yeah.
But at least our logo was sick.
That is kind of cool. I like that. It's a realistic looking wolf.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what was at halftime of this Browns game before I forget about it was the kids versus mascots game.
So you got to watch a bunch of mascots deck people.
Oh, one of them actually did light up a kid at one point. It was awesome. The Crew Cats were there. All of the Cleveland sports mascots were there except for Slider. No Slider.
Did you guys see
So
the post that Isaac sent?
Yeah,
No.
It's the Dodgers. It says, "I have an army." It's Ohtani and Glass now, I think. Is that the second guy? And somebody else. That's Loki. And then it has Tony Stark as the Yankees. It says, "We have a Hulk." It's Juan Soto, which is kind of funny. That's not Aaron Judge. Anyways. And then it's the Garden says, it's the Jack Sparrow. It says, "I got Jar Jar," and it's Austin Hedges.
Yep. Yeah. Well,
He leads. Third string catcher, Austin Hedges.
backup catcher.
He'll be second.
He got promoted.
He'll be behind.
I have
Naylor,
one more question
hopefully.
for you, Brady. But before we get
Is
there,
it football or basketball?
it's football.
Oh,
But I have NFL Week 13 hot takes from Bleacher Report. These things crack me up every time I see them. They're
These are
awesome.
fun. Thanks for doing the job for us.
Pause. You're still reading Bleacher Report.
Yeah, because
Can't relate.
how bad
Yeah, they
some of
give
these
trash
are.
takes.
Yeah, really.
That's the point. And
Bleacher
go.
Report.
Whatever. Brady. The first one, you'll like this. Feel bad for Mac Jones. If only the 49ers took him, he'd be up for MVP this year, too.
No,
Honestly, I believe it.
I believe it.
no, because Mac Jones would still try to throw the opposite side of the field.
Yeah, but then instead of throwing the opposite side of the field, he just go, "That's Christian McCaffrey." Like Jimmy
No,
G
he
did.
wouldn't.
Or no, not Jimmy G. Like Brock Purdy's got to do. Jimmy G somehow made it work at San Francisco with no running back.
This one's kind of good. Tyreek is the secret sauce, not Pat, maybe. That's kind
No,
of
because they were still good after Tyreek left. They're bad this year because their weapons suck.
Time to get Minshew some love. Colts would not be 7-5 with a shot at the playoffs with Anthony Richardson. That's kind of a hot take.
I think
yeah,
they would be fine with Richardson. I think they just have it's a completely different style of football.
Yeah,
They're not the same guy. Anthony Richardson's an athletic beast.
I was gonna say
Gardner Minshew's just attempting to do his job.
he's a game manager.
ARs are just gonna run more.
Exactly. They'll change the style.
Jake Browning is the spawn of Cooper Rush. That one's kind of good.
Yeah, low
That's
key.
That's honestly fair. He's
And then
good.
This
Shout out
was
to him.
after the 49ers played the Eagles, but scoring 6 straight drives that end in touchdowns against the Eagles is scary to think about come playoff time with the 49ers logo. They could be the best team.
But what was it? Leo that said that the Eagles have the most overrated defense.
No, that was me.
Well, did you say it
Their
first?
front seven is great,
Because
but their secondary is just
They just haven't looked good
below average at best, realistically.
and been dominated the last 2 weeks
And
by,
what's really
by the
funny-
other two best teams in the NFC.
I'm
Yeah.
glad you brought that up because I was going to talk to you about that on the way home from lifting. Because I saw you comment W take on the podcast. I said I did.
So as you know, we are Hot Take Sports. So we enjoy sports in general. Brady, what was your favorite sporting event you've ever been to?
I would have to say probably the playoff game between the Guardians and the Yankees at the end of last season in the playoffs.
Oh, good one. Isaac?
Browns Bills.
It's Bills. Leo?
God, my favorite one was this Crew home opener this year, being front row, witnessing the magic of Lucas Zelleran.
Great time with the boys. Clayton?
One of my personal favorites from the last year was my dad and I went to Milwaukee to watch the Dodgers play the Brewers. Got a new stadium off the list. Sat first row right field. Sweet.
Nice. Home run ball?
Over me. I watched Freddie Freeman hit one directly over my head.
Dang.
So
And
cool.
Mookie Betts played catch right next to me, so that was kind of cool.
That's sweet.
Got on
That's
ESPN.
Right, you're on ESPN.
That is true.
We, as a group, went to a Timberwolves Cavaliers game in Cleveland earlier this year, so that was super fun. And you know what every single one of those events has in common?
What would that be, Matt?
We used code HTS at SeatGeek to get $20 off our purchase.
Exactly. There's nothing better than saving money and supporting your favorite content creators, being Hot Take Sports. Make sure to use code HTS next time you check out at SeatGeek. Tickets not only for sporting events, but concerts, comedy shows, really anything that requires tickets. Summer is coming. All of your favorite events are coming up this summer, so make sure to use code HTS at SeatGeek for $20 off of your first purchase.
But over the last 3 games, the Eagles defense has given up 109 points and 1,555 yards.
That's just unacceptable, dude.
Now,
You can't
granted-
win championships like that.
Granted,
Especially if your offense can't score touchdowns.
Yeah. Other than 1 yard out, they're pretty automatic from there.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Get to 1 yard out first.
the 3 teams they played were Buffalo, San Francisco, and Dallas. If you're gonna hang with the rest of the group up there, you gotta be able to hold them.
Say, it don't
Oh,
matter.
yeah.
If you want to win a Super Bowl, you got to be able to beat those teams.
Let's talk about the Buffalo game real quick. Patrick Mahomes, you should be ashamed of yourself. You
Yeah.
piece of garbage.
How
Are
you
you
gonna-
kidding me?
Bro's a bigger whiner than Brady ever was.
Well, that's because the league cheated for Brady, not
Well,
the
yeah.
other way around. So,
Yeah.
I've seen that a lot of places.
Patrick Mahomes, the refs, shut up.
Yeah, it was-
Kadarius Toney is
It
an
was,
idiot.
it was obviously the right call.
Yeah, yell at your teammate. Don't
We
be
got
like.
away with that whole game. It doesn't matter. You should follow the rules.
I was gonna
I
say,
care
don't
if
line
you
up
got away
offside.
with it.
Well, and,
Simple solution there.
Yeah,
Don't line up
very-
in the neutral zone.
Very simple.
Roger Goodell came out and was like, "Oh, it was absolutely the right call." And I've seen I think it was maybe ESPN posted a clip. It was like, yeah, Kadarius Toney lined up 5 other times.
Yeah, I saw that
and they
too.
never called a single one.
Yeah, which is stupid. That's bad on the refs, but still.
They got the call right.
Since junior high, you were taught when you get up to the line, you point at the referee. You say, "Am I good?" And then they give you the thumbs up, or they give you up the lines right here. You're good, or something along those lines. If he's not going to do it, that's his problem. He was
Kadarius
stupid.
Toney lost you that game. Nobody else lost you that game. It wasn't the refs. It wasn't anybody. Kadarius Toney lost you that game. Like, don't.
on that play. I mean, there was plenty of other plays that could have been made during that game.
Yeah, but my point still stands.
Yeah.
He blew that play. Yeah.
Yes, he blew up the game-saving play. It wasn't the refs. It was him. Call out your teammates if you want to be mad. Do better. That was pathetic. Pathetic.
He's just mad because Taylor Swift watched the choke job live.
Good. I'm happy she did. I'm happy they lost. And here's why. Rashard Higgins, 2021
Oh, yeah.
NFL playoffs. Haven't forgotten.
I'm sure you haven't.
Oh, no. It replays in my mind every night.
It's
And there was a no call there. Don't be mad. Don't be mad, bro. Don't be mad.
not, but
That's all I have to say.
it's
Karma is real.
really
Deal with it.
because I didn't even I brought up Taylor Swift and I forgot I was gonna write this up. Bailey Zappi went out of his way in his press conference today to say that he is not a Swiftie. He goes, "Yeah, I don't like Taylor Swift music.
Aren't you guys? Oh, yeah. You guys are playing the Chiefs this week, aren't you?
Yeah, we got flexed out of Monday Night Football.
Oh, yeah. Incoming Travis Kelce legacy game. Uh-oh.
So we are instead the national CBS game at 1:00.
Who has to play against Isaac this week?
I don't know.
Oh,
We
I
didn't talk
play
about-
against Isaac.
Yeah, you play.
Oh.
Good luck, sweetie.
Yeah, sorry, man.
That's tough.
But
Three of his players were out coming into this week. Pacheco, Jefferson, and
Well, no matter what Chiefs running back it is, Patriots have been able to stifle the run most of the year. So hopefully they will continue to do the same.
Let's
Well,
look
we
at-
said that against the Eagles in the Chiefs game too, and then that was the first team that put up 100 plus rushing yards against them. So
I mean, yeah, that's fair, but I mean, I don't know. The Patriots did a really good
sucks
job
ever
of
since.
holding the run against the Steelers. I mean, they held Warren and Najee Harris to a combined 60 yards.
I'm in Isaiah Pacheco over both of those two combined.
Well, I mean, yeah, so am I, but
Not a
I
hot
mean-
take.
I mean, they've held Kamara in check for the most part.
Honestly, right now I might take Pacheco over Kamara too.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That might be a hot take, but
Eh,
honestly,
Most the only running
I'm
back
definitely taking him over Austin Eckler right
the
now.
only running back that they perceivably have held in check was Mostert, and that's because he had a 50-yard touchdown carry in week 2.
That's fair.
Because even when they came back, played him around the second time, they held Mostert in check pretty well.
I'm gonna read through our fantasy football playoffs start this week. I'm gonna read through the matchups real quick. I play Isaac Schultz. Matt plays Isaac. Blake plays Carson Houck. Daniel plays Leo. Richard plays Peyton and
In the toilet bowl.
Beck-
In the toilet bowl.
Yes, in the losers bracket, in the not making the playoffs bracket. How does it feel to be the only member of HTS to not make the playoffs?
It was gonna happen eventually.
It's burning him up inside.
Commissioner's gotta suck every once in a while.
Yes, that way we know he's not as crooked.
Well, I mean, last year you and Isaac were down there together, so
Did I not make the playoffs last year?
nope, you were like the 9 seed. You like barely missed.
Did I make the playoffs last year? I thought I sucked
Yeah.
last year.
Well, world record rebounds.
It was-
Because this year I was the only team to 10 wins in the regular season.
It was both Scalinos,
Yeah.
Bechtel, and Isaac last year in the toilet bowl.
Mm.
So Bechtel returns to the toilet bowl.
What a guy.
We'll probably escape again because he plays Patrick this week.
Isaac went from worst to first, basically.
Yeah.
He didn't end up as the 1 seed, obviously, but
Daniel's the 1 seed, and he's without Keenan Allen this week, and he was being very salty about it. in
Daniel's
the
not the
group
1
chat.
seed.
Oh, that's right. No, you're the 1 seed. Daniel's the 2 seed.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Daniel ended up losing. I was shocked.
That was really funny though, because they didn't give Saquon the fumble. Daniel was like, "Oh, I have a chance," and then HN caught a block.
I would have beat Leo. Granted, Tua didn't forget how to play football. Brandon Aubrey didn't hit every field goal under the sun, no matter how far out he is. Hit a 60, a 59, and a 40 something or something, or a 50.
Yeah.
It was like a 60, a 59, and a 50, or a 60, a 59, and a 45, something like that. And what was the other play? There was one, somebody else went off.
Your brother texted me Monday morning. He said, "You ever think about getting rid of kickers in fantasy football?" I was like, "No, why would I?"
That's part of the fun.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
when a kicker goes off for no reason, or a team sucks, but they just get into field goal range enough, and a kicker goes off, that's part of the fun of fantasy football.
I think we should add punters, if anything. That'd be
Like, it doesn't
awesome.
I'm
have
telling
to-
you, man.
Oh, yeah.
Campaign sleeper, add punters, do it.
Add them in the podcast.
I will say I am
I
a
will.
little Isaac beat me in the regular season, first and foremost.
Yeah.
My team didn't play great that week, but that doesn't matter. Because
think
there's
Isaac
this
was my-
idiot in our league that just handed him Dak Prescott for no reason. That's
Dak was bad at the time. All
Don't
right.
matter.
doesn't matter.
I traded Dak for CJ Stroud.
Yeah, and then you flip. What'd you flip CJ Stroud for?
Absolute garbage. But I also
No,
apparently-
I want to hear
I
exactly.
don't remember exactly who it was, but I also
And there's
traded
no possible way he could look it up. So
no. I also traded absolute garbage for Brock Purdy at one point. So
it doesn't balance out. I don't care what
And you wonder why you missed the playoffs.
Brock Purdy's been a better fantasy quarterback than CJ Stroud this year.
Yeah, but Dak Prescott's been better than both
But
of
you
them.
could have had
Well, I mean, Dak
multiple
Prescott
of them
put, like,
and not
6
traded
points.
anybody away from trash. It doesn't balance out. You should just be a
Well,
better
I
GM.
didn't think. I mean, the first 4 weeks, Dak Prescott didn't have a good fantasy game against the Patriots, and they beat the Patriots by like 29.
I think the important thing in all of this is that you and I, Clayton and
Fewest
I,
transactions, baby.
the fewest transactions
thinking
of
the exact
anybody
same
who
thing.
actually tried in this league. How long are we gonna shake hands for?
A while until you're done talking.
All right. 2 fewest transactions out of anybody who didn't try. We had what, 16 and 17 or something like that?
Yes.
We had one guy who had like 3, but he didn't actually try. Shout out to Patrick. We all love you, but you're never playing fantasy football with us again. But yeah, and we're both at the top of the league. I fell from grace because I'm on a 3-game losing streak going into the playoffs, but hey,
We did it.
it's a good time.
But what's really funny?
That's why it's important to draft better. That's way more important than like being like, well, I can flip this guy, I can flip this guy. No, draft well. It's that simple.
But also, what's funny is I was the only person in the top 5 of moves made that didn't make the playoffs either. Because Isaac,
Yeah,
and-
you tried really hard to move your team around.
Isaac and Daniel were the top 2, and then Blake and Carson Howard were below me.
Yeah.
Just how the dice fall, unfortunately. We'll be back next year.
Yeah, you.
And we're
and,
not. We're
see you
never
later.
drafting Austin Eckler again.
You and offensive superstar Matt McDonald of the New England Patriots. Yeah.
Matt McNugget.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I hope he ends up as a Patriot.
That
That's
nothing
so
nothing would make me happier.
I would be surprised if he even ends up in the league.
Oh, he won't.
He won't.
There's no way.
He'll be in the XFL.
But don't worry, Connor Bazelak will be there in 2 years.
CFO.
Is that what we're calling it?
And stud tight end, Levi Eric.
No. Connor Bazelak seems like the guy that would just put himself in Madden.
Yes.
Look, guys, we made it. No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
That's creative player.
But BG football, honestly, through the first wave of the transfer portal, has looked good. We've
up.
only lost one guy. So, like, for not like Power 5, soon to be Power 4 football, we'll take that. The only guy we've lost is Terrion Keith. Like, a couple of our offensive linemen are back. A lot of our skill guys are coming back, both our quarterbacks.
He was like your backup running back, right?
Yeah, but he balled when
So wait, so you had what?
Stewart was injured.
Terrion Stewart and Terrion Keith.
Yeah.
The Terrions, baby.
They
That's
were
interesting.
They made for a great rushing attack, man. They really did. It was a good two-headed monster. There we go.
Bingo.
Four-handed monster.
All right, I'll buy that.
Yeah.
It's hard to argue with, I guess.
Yeah.
Stupid, but hard to argue with.
But overall, BG football's fine. We drew Minnesota again. I don't know if we've recorded since
Yeah.
then, but
We
we
talked
will be
about it a little bit,
playing.
yeah. Talked about it last week.
Unfortunately, I will be in Florida for that.
Oh,
Or-
boo.
Oh, dude, I totally would go.
I know
Yeah,
you
'cause
would, but
you
I'd
would
still
have-
rather be in Florida.
They played Port Field last year too, right?
Yep, they played against New Mexico State last year. I don't know why they redid the Quick Lane Bowl and had a Big Ten team in it, but money talks, I
Well,
guess.
We have
So-
to remember how bad the Big Ten West is. They're all basically MAC teams anyway.
All right, relax. Sorry.
I mean,
They're not that bad.
Some of them are.
I bet Toledo
Have
was
you ever
pretty
watched
good.
Illinois play football?
Maybe Miami.
Toledo had a super inflated record though, and one of Toledo's 2 losses was to Illinois. It was a below average Big Ten East team.
Surely
right?
Illinois was like 2-10.
Oh yeah, they were bad.
Yeah.
And they beat them by like a touchdown or something.
That's the one Big Ten team I dunk on every year, no matter how good or bad they are.
Well, yeah, because
No one talks.
what do you
about
mean
Illinois
good? They're always bad.
Exactly.
Yeah, small problem.
You never hear anyone talk about Illinois basketball or Illinois football.
I was gonna say good, almost.
Illinois was 3
You're
and
almost there.
6. Nebraska, Purdue, Illinois, and Minnesota were all 3 and 6.
You know, speaking of
Or that's
Illinois,
income.
I was gonna say that's
Basketball.
conference play.
Illinois
5 and
basketball.
7, and Purdue was 4 and 8. Sorry, Illinois basketball.
No, you're good. You were talking
The worst Big Ten team was actually Indiana, who was 3 and 9.
tough.
Losers.
Yep.
You know what rhymes with Hoosier? Loser. I got him, dude.
Yeah.
I sure showed them.
You
Hey,
got him, already.
Boy, does that mean Connor Bazelak's record actually got better than if he would have stayed?
Yeah. We honestly
choice, I guess.
probably gave Michigan a better game than what a lot of those Big Ten teams would have.
Yeah.
We only lost this out.
Which is still really
we only lost by 25. Like that's really
And it was
a good
close
first
to
half game.
halftime.
yeah, that's not that bad.
It was close to halftime too. Like I mean,
And JJ McCarthy threw 3 picks.
yeah.
We made him look human. Connor Bazelak didn't play in that game, and Cam Worth left with an injury. But
Honestly, that might have been the worst game McCarthy had all year.
it could have been, statistically speaking. Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, I wouldn't really lock in to play against Bowling Green either if I were him.
Goes on to serve for the first half.
I'd be handing the ball off to Blake Corum to
Just
say,
say-
just go. Just
and-
go.
It's like a spring training game when you see those guys just leave in the middle of the 4th inning.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
Somebody else got it. But anyway, speaking of Illinois basketball, Illinois University's very own Ayo Dosunmu put up one of the
Bless you.
greatest. Thank you. Put up one of the best Tony Snell games of history.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. He was 1.5 minutes short of the record for longest cardio run with no stats.
Dang it.
Chicago Bulls basketball, baby.
Yes, sir. I think Snell did do it with the Bucks or did he do
He
it
did
with
with
the
the
Bulls?
Bucks.
Was it with the Bucks?
He did with the Bucks.
Yep, he went 26 minutes, 0 points, 0 rebounds, 0
That's
assists, 0
fine.
steals, 0 blocks, 0 turnovers, I think.
Bro's just running.
King.
Just running in circles.
Menace activities.
Oh,
Do you remember him in college basketball?
Who?
Ayo Dosunmu.
No.
He was like a 30-point per game scorer.
Wow.
He was a bucket.
Where did he play?
Illinois,
Oh, okay.
and then stayed there. with
Oh
the
yeah,
Bulls.
no.
I did say Illinois basketball's very own, like
Well,
3.
Bro is also in Illinois.
Yeah, but I said Illinois University. Like speaking
You
of
said
Illinois.
Illinois basketball.
All right. Anyways, you're right. You win. But yeah, He was
I
a
thought that got
bucket.
lost in
I'll call it a
translation.
tie.
We're saying it made a lot of sense, so we'll buy that.
I'll call it. We're good.
Oh,
Yeah, it's rough.
I got two things to say hockey wise. Number one, haha, we beat you last night.
Well, we got beat back to back by the Blue Jackets and the Red Wings, and then fired our coach. So.
Yeah, I was fired my coach too. That was a 2-game losing.
How about because our game was 6-4, right?
The Blues kept it interesting though, man. We got one empty netter at the end, but it was close the entire time.
So yeah, we lost
Yeah.
to you guys 6-4, and oh no, we lost to the Blackhawks in between there. So we
That's
lost
still worse.
December 8th, we lose 5-2 to the Blue Jackets.
Ugh.
December 9th, we lose 3-1 to our rivals, the Blackhawks. We get a day off, and then we get 2 days off, and then we lose 6-4 to the Red Wings. And we go, all right, coach, you're done. Sorry.
Yeah.
I've told you guys that my coaching professor is a Pittsburgh sports fan.
Yeah.
And I always say Christ be in class.
Good.
Well, today he
Good.
goes, if you guys had one takeaway from this class, what's the greatest sports team in the world? Somebody said Pittsburgh. And he goes, yeah.
Suck up.
He goes, Sidney Crosby's the best hockey player, right, Brady? He said, nah, Crosby's bad.
I'm taking Mario Lemieux over him.
Hear that, Brody? Crosby's garbage.
Yeah, Daniel Jones is the savior of not just the Giants, but the NFL.
Nah, Tommy DeVito is the savior of the NFL. Tommy
Darn right he is.
Cutlets. He has more game-winning drives in his career than Mac Jones.
As
anyway.
he should.
Good. That'll
Long
teach him.
lost son of Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
They basically look the same.
Yeah.
Nah,
That's
you
it.
could very easily convince me
It's
that
an
they're
uncle.
cousins. Did either you guys see I think I showed you the video or picture of his agent.
Oh yeah.
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 Stand next to him on the sideline with the.
Bro looks like he's
Fedora.
ready to go lead a mafia unit.
Oh,
Yeah, he does. He looks like he has a Tommy gun strapped under his coat, just waiting to just.
The other hockey news I will be adding 2 stadiums on the Florida trip. So I don't know if I've said this on the podcast before, but my dad and I are driving, and my mom and brother get to fly.
This isn't the first time you guys have done this, right?
No, this is the first time that we've done this.
I thought you guys had done that before.
Remember,
No.
Dad talked about it before. I don't know.
Maybe not, but for those of you who may be new
Maybe I'm
listeners,
crazy.
I'm going to Florida next week.
No.
My dad and I are driving because my dad doesn't want to rent a car, and apparently it works better with my brother's school schedule. Dumb excuse, I think. Anyway,
School.
He just wanted to go to
so I drew the short straw and had to go drive. I think it's like a 19-hour drive or something like that in total.
Yeah.
But
And
while
half
we're
of
down
it's
there-
Georgia.
and the other half is Florida.
Yeah.
Like,
It's easy to get down to there.
yeah. But the
Florida sucks.
we will be going to a Florida Everblades game.
There you go.
We will be watching them play the Greenville Swamp Rabbits, who I've actually seen in Toledo before.
That's a team.
It is.
And then we will be going to the South Carolina Stingrays Stadium in Charleston, South Carolina on the way home, and where they will also be playing the Greenville Swamp Rabbits.
Nah,
What are the odds?
You
Yeah,
gotta-
seriously.
You gotta stop in Savannah and watch the Ghost Pirates.
We actually looked into doing that, but they're not
Ghost Pirates?
The Ghost Pirates. You and I
Savannah
talked about
Ghost
that
Pirates.
before.
No, we haven't.
Yeah, we have because
No, the
we-
only Savannah team I know is the Bananas.
no because
Coming to a city near you,
I told you
Toledo or Cleveland.
Is that a tennis team?
Cleveland and Columbus.
Close.
All right.
No, because remember we were talking about how I said that that's the next hat that you should get, and then I told you, oh wait, they're Vegas's ECHL team. You said, oh gross, never mind.
Well, no, I probably kicked it from the memory after that.
Yeah, probably. I was at work and I texted you about that. The receipts are there. It's okay.
All right.
We did
I'll
look
give it
at
to you.
going into a Ghost Pirates game, Brady.
I think I might just order a shirt, just purely for the logo.
They're home on the 31st, but I think we're gonna get home on the 31st now. So we'll leave.
They're home on
The game's on the 30th in Charleston, and we'll drive directly home from there. So, which is fine with me. We can watch college football all day the day after. So,
True.
but yeah, I'm excited. And 2 new minor league stadiums. I like doing that. I would almost argue that I like sometimes, depending on the place, I like at least with baseball, I like minor league baseball better than the MLB.
How long are you in Florida for?
Like 2 weeks.
Okay.
So if you guys want to rob his place, he lives at
Well, you're gonna be watching it, so
So, in other words, I apologize.
9 on
only
the
half
counter.
of it. Thank you.
I apologize for the episode 2 weeks from now. The last episode of 2023. So that means it'll be just Leo, Isaac, and I. So
No, I'm think It'll depend on what I'm doing. I'm gonna have my laptop with me, so I might be able to zoom. My goal is to zoom in from the beach, hopefully. That's what
All
I would
right,
like to
show
do
off.
next week.
Shut up.
Yeah, that's what I want to do
I
next
will
week.
just not turn on Zoom if you do that. Anyway.
Loser.
No, I just don't want to stay here
Losers.
staring at you being warm the entire time.
Being warm. Idiot.
Think you go south or something?
I'm going south, but it's not getting that warm.
Not that far.
Not quite.
You
I
go-
will not be joining on Zoom. I will be on vacation.
You're going to the Gateway.
the Gateway City.
Yes, sir.
I doubt we'll go up in the arch though.
Yeah, I won't blame you. I did it once. Never again.
I've done it multiple times. It's fun.
I'm sure you have.
I enjoy it.
I like being up there. The elevators are not for me.
That's because you're not tiny.
No.
I'm gonna stand right. We're gonna go. We're gonna make you go, and then I'm gonna like force you into a corner on the elevator and just
Well-
like start jumping up. And
Well,
down.
what's really funny about that is the
You physically
elevators
can't
are.
stand up, so
I was
good
gonna
luck.
really?
say, and the elevators
not
are
tall.
round. They're round pods.
Oh, dude, I'll just bounce around like a ping pong ball. Then just
I don't know. The best part is that
Clay, you have to hunch.
4 out of the 5 of us are over 6 feet tall,
So we have to hunch over.
and there's 5 seats in each one. And
yeah.
at least 2 of us are over 240 pounds. So it'll be a tight fit to put all 5 of us.
Oh
with
heck
one.
yeah, dude! That's a great time for me to just jump up and down and get us stuck in an elevator. Team bonding.
Well, if we get
Clayton,
stuck,
if-
the other 7 elevators that go up at the same time. are gonna
Clayton,
get
if you
stuck
if you
too.
find a way to jump up and down that pod, I will give you the
you
Christmas
could
high
be
five
like
all the
you
time.
could be like bent over and like
yeah,
Bro,
it
the
would be really awkward, but I could do it.
yeah, you can.
bro, even the doors to get in those pods are just
kind of sketchy looking.
All right,
they
It's
are
fun.
super small.
It's really fun, and it has to stop every once in a while as you go up, so it can reset and be straight again.
In my
It is
opinion,
terrifying.
seatbelts
It's
on
awesome.
roller coasters should be optional.
I did say when he bought it. That's
Wait,
spot-
wrong
yeah,
podcast.
that's-
Wrong podcast. Wrong podcast.
My bad. Yeah, that would thin the population a little. That's for sure.
But is that?
You thought he could hold
Well,
on?
no, we got NBA basketball, I guess. Cavs have lost 2 straight. I think we got beat by the Magic on Sunday night, maybe, and on Monday, and then I think we lost to Boston. We lost to Boston last night.
The Magic or just them? I don't even.
Magic, good.
Magic are playing good, man. Their wins above expected is probably higher, much higher. So
It's probably almost their entire win loss record.
Mr. John Morant is almost back.
yeah,
So
we're
we
getting
can-
close.
3 more games, I believe.
3 more therapy.
They
days.
need him, man.
Even Tom Brady.
They do need him
They need him bad.
aggressively. The good news for them is, bad news for everybody else, is that somehow the Grizzlies' defense has actually still been pretty good.
Well,
Even-
they brought in Marcus Smart, which was
Yeah, but they also lost Dylan Brooks and
they lost
Steven
Dylan
Adams.
Brooks. Yeah, but Jaren Jackson Jr. has been playing well defensively.
Yep. He was
Just-
decoy last year for a reason. I don't know.
Yeah, he just fouls a lot. But other than that,
Yeah.
they've been fine.
I'm fine.
Cavs
Their
are
offense just
fine.
isn't good.
They're just are we gonna get beat by good teams sometimes? Yeah. Celtics are a good team. I'm not upset
There's a
with
re-
losing.
yeah,
I'm not
there's-
upset with losing.
There's a reason why they're the odds favorite to win the championship this year.
Yeah. Richard, how's your team?
Bad. Our entire starting front court is injured, but Keontae Jordan's hitting.
They might have the worst starting 5 in the league right now.
The Jazz.
Yeah. I mean, when you start Simone Fontecchio, Omer Yurtseven,
And Kelly Olynyk,
19-year-old Keontae George, you're in rough shape.
Yeah, Keontae George right now is looking like rookie year Donovan Mitchell, having to try to carry a garbage team. However, at least Donovan Mitchell had Rudy Gobert his rookie year. Walker Kessler's injured. Markkanen's injured. John Collins is sick.
Yeah.
He's not injured, but he's sick.
Sexton and Clarkson.
Clarkson's hurt now too. He's out for the next 2 weeks.
Man, your team's falling apart. Welcome to the club.
Well, on the bright side, our seeding was like the 12th seed anyway, so it really didn't matter.
Yeah, that's a fact.
The Browns ceiling was arguably the Super Bowl.
We are tanking
that hurt.
for I don't even know who the best player is.
I saw a thing
It's a year too
today
early for Cooper Flag.
that was Shea Cooper Flag.
So it's a year too early for Cooper
Oh,
Flag.
yeah, it is a couple years early. He's a high school guy. Heck of an athlete, though. I don't know if you watched his clips, but
Been on Twitter.
no, I was looking at it was the 2 highest paid coaches in the league are Greg Popovich and Monty Williams, the coaches of the Spurs and the Pistons. who are like a combined
Fine.
6
I think
and
they've won
40 or
5
something like that.
games,
5
too.
and 5 and 40 something.
The,
Yeah,
the
it's,
Pistons losing streak's almost old enough to drink.
that's 20 right
That's
now, isn't it?
wild to think about.
I think they're
Oh my
going for
God.
21 tonight. Yeah.
Who do they play tonight?
They're gonna get dominated. Whoever it is, the Sixers. And they're currently down 15 with 9 left in the first half.
Well, it's gonna be Jazz Pistons next Tuesday or Wednesday, so they
got a
might,
chance then.
they might catch a break with no marketing or.
Yeah, we'll see.
Matt, how are the Wolves doing? Have they cooled off? Or did they cool them off?
No, the Wolves season is over. We lost our first game in the last 8 the other day, so
Yeah,
yeah,
shut
season's basically over.
Yeah.
Still the best
Well, yeah,
team.
Rudy Gobert still
Well,
has the rest,
Anthony Edwards was out that game.
Oh,
he,
wow.
he tried to play the game before that, didn't work out very well, so he took the last game off. He's questionable against the Mavericks, but Jaden McDaniels is getting back. Jordan McLaughlin's getting back. I wasn't mad losing to the Pelicans. They were
got a
mad
decent
after
little team down there.
they were mad after
Actually-
playing like trash against the Lakers. So
Did
Yeah.
Gumbo Boy actually play well?
yeah, he did. Actually, he played really well. He had a season high against us.
That's incredible because I mean his old strength and conditioning coach was literally bashing him on social media the other day.
Everybody's been bashing. Freaking Charles Barkley and Shaq were bashing him, and them is some big boys.
Yeah.
But no, yesterday was one of the greatest days in NBA history I have ever seen
Why is that?
because we had 2 of the most opposite ejections I have ever seen.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
know.
Nikola Jokic got ejected from the Bulls game in Chicago on Serbian Heritage Night, the city with the highest population of Serbians in the United States. He argued with the ref's call because he got hacked on a reverse layup, yelled at him, was done talking to the ref by the time he got to half court, and got ejected in the first half. So we got the weakest tech I have ever seen, the weakest ejection I've ever seen. And then Yusuf Nurkic put his hand on Draymond Green's back, so he turned around and right hooked the crap out of him. Harder than he punched Jordan Poole. And got ejected. I hope he gets like 25 games.
You
better.
gotta
I mean, it's
control
awful.
that, dude. That's the 3rd time this year he's been kicked out for something like that.
Yeah.
And then
Like-
gonna start enabling Dylan Brooks too. Gotta put the combined.
Dylan Brooks is all verbal. He's all bark, no bite.
First and foremost, I'm all for violence in sports.
Oh, well.
It's part of being a hockey fan first.
Well, I'm an MMA fan first. so
Well,
better.
Yeah, that too.
Double up.
But that's you can't do that,
That's
dude.
awful.
Like I saw that on Twitter last night and I was like, dog, no.
Yeah, I was watching. They had
Anybody else in the league, he's gone 20 games minimum.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the worst part is that even his ejection earlier this season that he got suspended 5 games for on Rudy, they said he got 5 games for being a repeat offender. Only 5 games for being a repeat offender. They were showing it on ESPN this morning while we were working out. It's like the 7th time this will be like the 7th time he's been suspended in like the last 2 years.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's crazy.
How do you call yourself a locker room guy? Getting kicked out of a game is not going to help the locker room. Maybe it does in Golden State. I don't know, but
I don't.
like that blows my mind that he still has a job.
The enablers, freaking Steve Kerr.
I guess so. They let him go, but
If you look up all of his quotes after Draymond gets ejected for something, it's all like, "Oh, this shouldn't have gotten out." Like the Jordan Poole incident. It was like, "Oh, I'm just more upset that the videos were leaked and stuff got out about it. That should have been kept in house." Like, no, he just should
No.
punch the crap out of your teammate.
I was gonna say, don't be a jerk.
Oh,
Start there.
Oh, I didn't see him stomp on Domantas Sabonis' chest. I never saw the video. Really?
Yeah.
Really?
You have a garbage video crew if that's the case.
Yeah, or just, all of the internet posting
Oh,
it.
yeah.
All of BR, ESPN, Sports Center, Barstool. I mean, everybody posted
had
it.
something to say about that one.
Yeah.
It's just
So-
it doesn't make any sense to me. Like
Yeah.
figure your stuff out, NBA, figure your stuff out, Draymond. Like that's
And he could get away with it when his team was good because he could just be the jerk on the court
Yeah,
and just be the muscle and be the brute. But they suck now.
they're bad.
They're not good.
They're
Wiggins has been
old.
awful. Curry's doing his best. Clay's finally kind of figuring it out.
He just can't move.
I'm really
man.
glad you
Yeah.
brought that up because I saw a post on Twitter today. Somebody screenshotted the Western Conference standings, And they said, "Man, Golden State's so low. I had to accept the cookies to see them."
Dang, that's crazy.
Like down there in Utah territory, baby.
But then, like, somebody was asking them post game. They're like, "You guys are 10-12 now. Are you guys starting to worry?" Clay goes, "We got 60 games left. We'll be fine," or something like that. He's like, "Yeah, but it's been 20 plus games. You guys still can't figure it out."
Yeah, you gotta. The wheels have to be turning at least a little bit over in Golden State right now.
Well, it just brings up the argument, like, how much of a sample size do you guys need in the NBA season before you're like, okay, this isn't a fluke anymore?
I would say 30 games.
There's 30.
Even
Like, are you looking at the Timberwolves and going, oh, maybe they are actually a top 3 team in the West and they can actually compete for it? Because I'm not there, but that's because I'm a fan of that team. Like, I'm never gonna have that much hope in the Timberwolves. Just
You can't.
But like,
as my uncle told me when I was 6 years old, set your goals low so you know you'll achieve them.
what a guy.
Yeah.
But like, how many games of the Pistons did we need before we're like, nope, this is their season. This
That
is
was
it.
preseason.
I thought they were gonna be decent coming into the season. I thought
Well,
they
they
were
have
gonna
all the pieces. They just A, can't shoot, and B, are all young with not a lot of veteran presence. Like they're
Yeah.
just
What do you
just
mean?
taking their lumps right
They have
now.
Bojan
defense.
Bogdanovic.
Like I said,
Yeah,
not a
but
lot of veteran presence.
I'm pretty sure he's been out most of the year.
I don't even know if he's played, to be honest.
No.
Maybe a couple of games.
It's not time to hit the
Boy, I
panic
said
button
no.
in Golden State, but like I said, they should be
Is it?
thinking.
Steph Curry's only going to be a GOAT for so much longer in this
Yeah.
league. I mean, at what point do you trade the pieces away and try to hold on to the Curry era?
I
I
said,
mean,
how much longer is Clay under contract? I'm more worried about Clay
This
falling
year,
off
maybe.
than like Draymond or Curry.
Well, Clay is already starting
He
because he
already
can't
started.
move anymore.
yeah, he doesn't.
Exactly.
He's not the all defensive player that he used to. I don't know
No.
if he ever made an all defensive team.
He was a 3-and-D guy, and now he can't D. And he wasn't shooting the 3 very well either there
Is
for a
Wi-
little bit. So
Is Wiggins at least still playing well?
what? No, Wiggins has been terrible.
Wiggins has been awful.
And what? Kevon Looney's the 5? No, Dario Saric is the 5, right?
I saw Jonathan
both played.
Kuminga got into the game last night.
Jonathan Kuminga's been playing a lot.
Yeah, they're struggling.
He has
Yeah.
I
Trading
good.
Jordan Poole, you screwed up.
He doesn't airball any more layups. They
But he sucks too. So
Well, that's because he went to Washington. Nothing's good in
Well,
Washington.
Everyone
anywhere.
sucks. Everyone sucks. in Washington. Bradley Beal.
I wasn't just talking about sports. Anyway.
Well,
it's funny because you're a government.
Yeah.
Funny
That
'cause
includes
you
me,
work
so
for
we're
that.
good.
That's true.
Self-pros. Nice.
So,
But does anybody have anything else?
no, we definitely forgot something, but that's okay.
Our
That's part of sports.
One of our goaltenders put up his first career shutout last night over the Florida Panthers.
Oh, so it's NHL. I don't care.
Yeah.
This has been Hot Takes.
Does it count?
I mean, it does. Grubauer finally got injured, so we don't have to watch him play hockey.
Philip Grubauer is just as bad as Jimmy Howard. Shut up. Shut up.
He's bad.
He's not that bad.
He ain't that bad.
Go watch some tape. It's bad.
Well, I don't need to watch tape.
I mean, he's not.
Can he breathe?
I will admit.
Can he breathe?
I will admit he's not.
No.
Jimmy Howard
Answer the
bad.
question.
I will admit he's not Jimmy Howard bad.
Thank you.
But he's bad.
So, anyways,
Wait, can he breathe?
shoot us how you guys did in fantasy football this year.
Yes.
Let us know how your
5-9
playoffs are
garbage.
going.
If you guys
let
beat
us-
my record, I'd be impressed.
Let us know what your fantasy punishment is for this year.
Ours is if the commissioner doesn't make the playoffs, we get to shave him and pour maple syrup over him and then feather him.
No, that was not a good fun.
That'd be kind of funny.
What? Oh, it's not. You don't get to agree upon it. It's everybody else.
That's not how it works.
No, it is.
It's also kind of cheap to say that after he didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyways, this has been Hot Take Sports episode number 118. Make sure to follow us on all of our social medias at Hot Take Sports 16. Make sure to use our code HTS on SeatGeek for $20 off of your first purchase. Again, sports are in full swing. It's almost bowl season, boys. We're almost there.
It do be.
Get those tickets if you guys plan on traveling on SeatGeek. Again, code HTS, $20 off of your first purchase. Thank you guys very much for listening. Hopefully next week we'll have a full crew, and we will see you all next time.